Can you believe it? Had to get it back. It's okay. I was grooving. Then YouTube wanted to mess me up. Every now and then I pick one of those stations where they want to do some advertising on me, but it's okay. I still hear my groove going, and I'm glad you came to share and come in and groove with me. Welcome to Get to Know Bob. I am your host, Sonia Weaver. I'm the founder of Deals with Bob. Happy Wind Down Wednesday, Hump Day. I love it. We're on the other side, getting ready for the weekend. What's your weekend plans? If you don't have any, make sure you take time, get that pen, get that paper, because when we get to our Stay Connected page in our area of what we're going to be talking about, you're going to be wanting to write down those events and make sure you get them added onto your calendar and have some great things going on in the community. So I cannot wait. I am so excited about our conversation this evening. I'm going to do my best not to rush too much so you can understand me, but that we get through everything that we got for tonight's show. So I'm kicking it off, obviously with tonight's look. And I told you guys, it is October, Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And I am going to pink out. You like the pink? I know y'all probably like, wait a minute, that don't look like a Deals with Bob logo. Y'all smart. Yeah, y'all observing out there. No, it's not my logo, but it is the amazing logo for Destined for Greatness. And you guys, if you know, Destined for Greatness is founded by the amazing Shador Ford. Yes, and we had Miss Shador Ford on our show back in July. Can you believe July? It seems so long ago. But yes, she was on the show. If you missed it, head over to our YouTube channel. Make sure you check her out. She's doing phenomenal things around the community and for our young women. So you would definitely want to connect with Destined for Greatness and the great things that Miss Shador Ford is doing. So I had to represent. This is like my pink out. I love it, right? So y'all know I always kind of like support Bob. Also, I had on a darker color. Total lip popping fail to me. Earlier in the day, it was perfect. Blended two colors by the Glam Doctor. Y'all know, shout out to the Glam Doctor for her soft kisses. But then I took this pink, because I'm pinking out, right? I took this pink, and yeah, epic fail. It don't look pink at all. It still looks like that berry. But your girl was too lazy to be trying to wipe it off and start all over. So I'm just going to rock this off color kind of pink lip. But I love my products by the Glam Doctor. So, shout outs to our Glam Doctor. Okay, so what else am I sporting today? Oh, of course, Link. Okay, let me tell you guys. I had a compliment just walking to my car because they were shimmering in the sun. I mean, when you're seeing this like on, live, maybe I don't think it does it justice as it does face to face. But of course, you guys know Linked is not about buying jewelry. It's about creating memorable experiences one bead at a time. So as we enter into, the holiday season, this is the gift that keeps giving. So why not have a linked event with your family or friends? Give the gift of coming in and beating and bonding, and they walk away with their gift. I mean, you can even do it before Christmas, right? And have their gift ahead of time. But the thing is every time they wear it, they're going to remember this unique gift. I mean, I'm not opposed to getting socks and gloves and house shoes, for Christmas. But I really would love to have an experience to remember and then have my keepsake bracelet. I'm telling y'all, If you haven't gotten linked, you better go on out there and get linked and start beating and bonding and creating those memorable experiences. Now, so we're going to go into, moving along into our support 7 Bob pledge. Now, have you taken a pledge? A couple of shows I let go because, I don't want to keep coming at you because y'all be making me mad. But y'all know, support 7 Bob, support 7 Black-owned businesses a week. You can support with your time. Again, I'm talking about the holiday seasons. There's so many nonprofits out there that do amazing work and they need your help. Supporting them with your time will be awesome. And also supporting them with your resources. This is a time where donations are needed as well. People are trying to sow seeds into those people that need it the most. So make it your intention to support 7 Black-owned businesses every week. Now, I'm going to have to tell you, on Wednesday nights, my husband has almost like, I think, a routine of supporting this one Black-owned business, and it's called Coaches. Okay? Here you go. Coaches is home of the garlic butter shrimp, right? But they're located in Belleville, Michigan. And I'm not going to even complain that he went to Coaches. I am not. You want to know why? You don't want to know why? Seriously? Let me show you why. So he can support Black business all he wants, because look what he got for me. I got my peach cobbler. Y'all know I love me some peach cobbler. So I'm gonna make y'all a little jealous right now, because it's still warm, right? I don't want to wait until the hour go and then I don't get a good taste of when it's warm. You know how that peach cobbler is when it's warm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, y'all wish y'all was here to get a taste. I know. I'm telling you, if you are in the area or just, I'm telling you, it's worth the drive. Seriously, their food is the bomb. Check out Coaches in Belleville, Michigan. But yeah, I've been told I can't just, smash this whole container in one sitting, so I'm gonna ration it out. We'll see how long it takes. But it's definitely gonna be gone before the weekend, probably. I'm just saying. So make sure you do your due diligence and support some amazing Black businesses in and around your communities, okay? So now we're going to go into Deals with Bob's deal of the day. And I finally got it finalized for you guys. I got it finalized. I am definitely going to do the free gift that is going this time is going to be a couple things. Because it is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, I'm going to do some pink out colors. So like mine was trying to make a pink color, but I do have some amazing pink products. So the rules will apply for getting your free lip color. I am in conjunction with Mary Kay representative. So we're going to get you some of their pink lines coming your way. What do you have to do? One, you have to be a subscriber to our YouTube channel. So if you're not already a subscriber, make sure you subscribe. And then you just have to get 5 family or friends to subscribe as well. How will we know? They just would shoot us a line into our info at Deals with Bob and let them know that they are a new subscriber to our YouTube channel and were referred by you. The first person to get those, well, you know what, actually, we have an abundance that we're working with, so it's not this time the first person. If you kind of do it, we'll let you know this week how many people actually do it, and we'll start sending you your various pink colors so that you can rock your pink out during the month of October, which is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Now, the other free gift we're doing, because you definitely know I believe in the fight for the community and equality and equal rights and all those good things, is that the Western Wayne NAACP is having their Freedom Fund fundraiser. And if you're interested in attending, you might win some tickets. Okay, so go over to our website in the next upcoming weeks to find the details on how you could get those free tickets and be in the room. Okay, that was our awesome deal of the day. Now we're going to kick it off and moving on to our featured nonprofit. And I decided to keep it simple. I want you really to connect to the nonprofits and the work that they're doing. So rather than having different ones week over week over week, we're going to focus on a nonprofit every month and share a little bit more information from week over week about what they're doing. So last week, we're going to kick it off and keep it going with Genesis Pregnancy Resource Center. Let me share a little bit about Genesis Resource Center that you didn't hear last week. So their goal is defeating the undefeatable mind, body, and spirit. Life is hard, and Genesis gets it. And they see you, and they're here for you. Genesis Pregnancy Resource Center is not your ordinary pregnancy center. With virtual classes, resources, and counseling, they aim to equip expected moms and dads over 18 with the tools needed to steer through life's snags, and all services are free. Their vision, Genesis PCR's vision, is to restore families back in the community on a Christian foundation by promoting healing, self sufficiency, self esteem, and personal responsibilities. These are their values. They value the lives of both the child and the mother and father. They promote a personal relationship with Christ. They affirm the mother in a way where she is confident she can have a stable, safe life regardless of current circumstances. They promote self healing. They encourage co parenting, including fathers in all aspects of programming. They support traditional family lifestyle based in the Christian faith. And the main goal of Genesis PRC is that at the end of a woman's time with Genesis, she is ready to step out into the world more confident that she can take care of herself and her child or children. She is able to identify toxic behaviors and relationships. She will seek out healthy and nourishing relationships and surround herself with people who care, support, and pour love into her. She will experience the love of Christ through this journey and continue her walk with God as her guide to draw upon Him for her strength through trials and weakness. She will become a Christ-centered woman. Well, Genesis, we give you a thumbs up here at Get to Know Bob, because you are definitely going to make a difference and impact in our community, because we know women and men that are parents in the strong families are the future of our communities. Next, we're going to get into our what is we doing? Our featured business this week. I'm sorry. And tonight's featured business we're going to be doing with Tax Divas. So now let's check out a little bit with Tax Divas and what they do. So, tax divas are the tax experts you can trust to cut out the fluff and get your taxes done right the first time, every time. Tax Divas is a team of professionals on a mission to help small businesses, nonprofit organizations, and individuals with their tax preparation and get them the highest possible refunds. What sets them apart from the rest is that they refuse to confuse. So they always cut out the tax jargon. They offer clear and straightforward advice to help you do your taxes securely and professionally. Tax divas believe in honesty and transparency, so they keep you informed about your taxes every step of the way. Whether you're a business or an individual, Tax Divas will simplify your tax preparation and help you file your taxes on time. They offer various financial services, including bookkeeping income tax preparation, and credit repair. If you are looking for friendly and seasoned experts to help you with tax preparation, Tax Divas is the right place. Their professionals will explain how it works in simple and straightforward way and patiently guide you through the process. Tax Divas have all the answers you need to increase your refund. Reach out to them today for hassle-free tax preparation. Now, with all that they're offering, I'm sure you won't be like me and procrastinate until April 14th to do your taxes. They're here for you 24/7, all around the calendar year. So if you have, gotten behind on your bookkeeping and all that, do not wait seriously until April 14th to get your taxes done. Go ahead and reach out to Tax Divas. They are here for you, and they are listed on our directory at www.dealswithbob.com. Now we're kicking it off, getting ready for our deals for our consumer members. So, consumer members, get ready. Here's the businesses offering you some amazing deals, discounts, giveaways, and rewards. Kicking it off with Deals with Bob offering 15% off premium services. Today, Smile is offering 50% off whitening. Mona Lisa's Lyrics is offering 15% off event packages. Woo, Women Helping Empower Winners is offering free registration or free consultation. Phlebotomy Express Training Centers is offering 10% off their programs. Linked LLC is offering 50% off plus one or free plus three. Tax Divas is offering 10% off or free registration, free consultation, or free gift. Tranquility Christian Counseling is offering 10% off events. Bright Tech Communication is offering 10% off. Boss Entertainment Group is offering 10% off. MCS Financial Services is offering 15% off. And the Amazing Woman Network is offering 20% off AWM merchandise or 20% off financial services. So to become a consumer member, all you need to do is go to www.dealswithbob.com and click on consumer sign up and join today. Now, if you are a business owner, of course, we want you to join our International Black Business Directory, but we want you to sign up for one of those annual packages where your consumer membership is included. Now, do you have that pen and paper ready? Because we're moving right on into our Stay Connected. And we have so many amazing things going on in our community that I'm going to go as quickly as possible. So we're kicking it off with Linked LLC during their Breast Cancer Awareness Month. You are not alone. Together we are stronger. Together we are linked. Come out and support the fighters, celebrate the survivors, and honor those we remember. You can book your event today by going to www.areyoulinked.com. Then one mother, I think that's what it is, I'm sorry, is having a Join Us for Socktober, helping people get back on their feet for the entire month of October. So drop-off locations are at the Cold Stone at 42761 Woodward Avenue in Bloomfield Hills, or Snatch Gang Studio at 26042 West 12 Mile Road in Southfield. This will be on Friday and Saturdays only. Monetary donations are also accepted. Women in Touch presents Mental Health is Essential Conference for Healing, October 5th and 6th from 12 to 3 p.m. and October 7th from 2 p.m. to 7 p.m. Detroit's Book City 4th Annual Fall Family Book Fair is Saturday, October 8th Doors open at 12:30 p.m. to 5 p.m. GDRA hosts NAREVS and UDC Developers Class October the 11th through the 14th. And if you were on last week's show, then you would know this amazing conference is going to pull together in the developers industry with brokers, developers, land bank authorities, commercial lenders, consultants, builders, investors, and project managers. If you are interested in doing any work in the real estate field, whether you are purchasing property, wanting to flip property, you will want to be at this event. Make sure you register so that you can attend. TGQ Law Firm is presenting Wills Trust and Powers of Attorney. What do I need? Wednesday, October 12th from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. Unity Detroit Adopt a Families program for the winter holidays. If you want to adopt a family, make sure that you reach out to Unity Detroit. Deadline for applications is October 15th. Poetry for Play 6th anniversary Sweetest Day show is Saturday, October 15th, hosted by Dismantle. Tickets are $25 and higher at the door. Lovers and Friends Jazz and Comedy is Sunday, October 16th. Show starts at 6 p.m. at Northwest Activity Center. Destined for Greatness is having their Fall Through Harvest Fest on Thursday, October 20th at 555 Connor Street in Detroit, Michigan from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Paint and Sip Wine Party is happening on Saturday, October 22nd from 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. from Sisters Who Wine. You can contact them via Facebook. We Three Kings Community Outreach Incorporated presents the 5th annual Spooktacular Halloween on October 31st at 5 p.m. The Elite Money Squad presents Bring Back R&B by Jazzy No Nonsense the Poet. This is happening every Sunday at Club Celebrity. And let us support you and your event by adding it to our Stay Connected page. Visit www.dealswithbob.com and contact us today. Now, as I told you, that was a lot going on in the community, and I know that it's going to be so much more coming because people have been contacting me. So we're going to make sure we keep you informed and that you can support all of the fabulous things going on near and far from you. Now, getting into our tonight's guest, can you get excited? We're going to have an amazing conversation. As you can see it being promoted, we're going to have our conversation with Zoe, better known as DJ Z-Light. How are you?
Hey, how you doing?
I am doing amazing. I am so glad that you're on today, that we can have this conversation.
Me too. I'm super excited.
So, as you guys know, what I love to do is give our guests the opportunity to self-introduce. This is Get to Know Bob. The main purpose is so that they can get to know you, connect to you, and make a relationship with you. So I'm going to give you the baton, and I want you to share who you are, what you do, and why you do what you do.
Okay, let's do it. So, hey everybody, peace to all the beautiful people out there. I go by the name of DJ Z Light, also known as Zoe Patterson. What I do? I DJ. I've been DJing for 7 years. straight. Yeah, so I'm 17 now, and it's about to go on 18 years. My birthday's coming up, so I'm like, this is crazy. It's almost a decade. Can you believe it? Like, wow. I'm just like, wow, all this exposure, all this experience is crazy. Like, and for me to do it at such a young age. But and why do I do it? I love connecting with people in the process of DJing. Where I go to DJ when I get hired or booked for any certain event, I love to be the curator of the vibe, just check out how people are feeling. I feel the energy, and I just love to bring a beautiful presence towards people. That's why I love to greet people, and I love to project myself and make everybody know and known that who I am, and I'm in the building, I'm in the room, and I'm not afraid. And to just vibe with me. I love all types of music. When I was a child, I was really young. My parents always tried to expose me to different music, like old school R&B for sure, funk, rock, a lot of heavy on the rock with my mother. Techno, house music, and house and tech music is my favorite. That's also how I got started with DJing. The list can really go on, like Latin jazz and soca and so much more.
Oh
I just
wow.
been exposed to so many different walks of life, reggae, reggaeton, so many different walks of life, and I just try to represent that and reflect that within my music and how I DJ. So I DJ to connect people together.
I love that. I love that. I love that. Now, so here's the thing. I don't know if you guys caught it and did the math. So, when did you get started? Because they might have missed that and not doing the math.
So, like I was saying, I'm 17, so I got started 7 years ago. So I was 10. Well, really, my mom's gonna watch this too. She's gonna be like, "Why did she say this?" I got started when I was 9. I like to say it. My mom's like, "No, you got started when you were 10." But how I got started was when I was 9. I started making beats, and so I was like, I really like this. I think I'm gonna sell beats. I didn't know really what I wanted to do with it, but I was just making beats, and it so happened to be like housey techno type beats until I got into like different genres like hip hop. And so I was like, I one day I was like, I made it on this like free app I looked up on the internet, and I was like, Mom, you gotta listen to this, listen. So I was like, took my phone, I was like, here, girl, listen. And she was like, okay, I don't know what you're about to show me, but okay. And then she was like, oh, this is good. Like, did you do that? And I was like, yeah, I did a little something. And she was like, okay, I think okay. You say you want to make beats, so I'm gonna take you seriously. So I just started trying to get into different things, like downtown off Woodward, the Michigan State Music School. Took a few courses there. I was heavily influenced by like instruments, so I played the guitar. I took a guitar one class. That was beautiful. I did the lyric camp, the versus lyric camp. What was it? I think I was like, yeah, I had to be like 11 or 12, and I did that, and I loved it. It was just it was the whole nine. Like all kids that love to make beats, rap, sing, anything, being in poetry, it didn't really matter. They all came together. We just made music together and just had fun. So I was into a lot of different things, and I was very musically oriented as a child. So and that just poured into me starting to DJ at 10. And my mother's an entrepreneur as well. Her business is called Kids Global Kids Explore. And so basically what she's been doing is she's been teaching Japanese around Metro Detroit in different school districts for a really long time. But around the time when I first got started, that's when she really had the grand opening. She had it at the Detroit Institute of Arts. What was it? Arts? Detroit International Institute. So it's right
Okay.
across the to the DIA, but it's like a small little building. She had her
Okay.
grand opening, and she had a family friend slash uncle now come to be, and he came out. He's an international DJ. He came out, played some like Japanese pop music, hip hop, with like a little sprinkle of like Korean pop music and hip hop. I was
Okay.
really feeling it. Like I was like, oh yeah, this is cool. Like I think I want to do this for real. So I ended up talking to him at the end, and I was like, hey, like, is there any way you can teach me? Can you mentor me? Take me under your wing? So he couldn't do a whole lot because at the time he was traveling around the world. So what his name is DJ Carl Invisible. So he's what is his name? Trying to remember. Okay, so what is it? I think it's MTV. I can't remember. But
Okay.
they had a show called Pimp My Ride, and Exhibit is
Oh yeah,
so
okay.
right. So Exhibit is his cousin, and so they were like a little DJ rapper combo situation for a while. So then that transferred into him DJing for different well known old school artists and even some new school artists to this day. And so that's what ended up happening. He was just like, I can't do a whole lot for you right now, but I can give you suggestions. I can, give you different words of advice. And I just want you to take it on and do your own thing. So that's what I ended up doing. So my mom considered me like a grassroots DJ. So I figured out how to really get into my groove on my own. But I definitely will not and will always give my mentor his credit and his flowers because without him showing me or doing the showcase, I probably wouldn't have gotten into DJing because I was more of a strategy type of kid. I was into different sports and like soccer, and then I was like a chess champion for a little bit. I traveled with the Detroit Chess Club, and I was
Oh
around
wow.
nationally. So it was crazy because I was like, I was doing all these different things, and it's like, okay, why did DJing stick? But it did, and I was just like, you know what, we just gonna rock with it. So that's what I've been doing.
I love it. I love it. Okay, so as you were saying, I wrote down a couple of different things. So did you actually start having, I don't know, where are they called, gigs, or
Yeah,
are they
gigs. You can call them gigs.
okay, so did you start getting them at the age of 9ish, 10ish,
So
or did you
my
start
first
just developing the craft then?
Yeah, I think so. Earlier on, I was starting to develop the craft, but I had one of my first gigs at a kid youth vendor fair, and it was actually sponsored. Who was it sponsored by? I can't remember the name of the business, but I remember the girl that was over it. She was actually 14. She was a young kidpreneur, entrepreneur, youngpreneur, like how you say.
Uh-huh.
And she just had an idea. Her name's Zawena. She's now grown and doing beautiful things now with her beautiful self. But
I'm
she
sure.
started it. Yeah, she started it. Heard the idea, and people heard around her. Her mother had a lot of connections within the city, and so they started the youth vendor fair, and they had it consistently for like a few years
Hmm.
since then. But yeah, and I was just like, okay, can I enter? I entered in, I got in, and I DJ for a little bit. And of course, I didn't have like all the equipment yet, so I was just on my laptop. But my mentor lended me a few like pieces of equipment. He was like, "Here, take this, act like you're doing something, like how you know how to do it, like fake it till you make it, and we just gonna
Make
see
it
how
till you make it.
we gonna see how this go." I'm like, okay, I can do that. So I had like the different sound effects. I had the air horn. Everybody's like, oh, okay, she can do it. And it was funny because like I was really like blending music and trying to DJ off a laptop, but it was just so funny. I had like a few different pieces of equipment that would never look good together. Like you would think I'm really like I'm a real DJ, but I guess people was just like, well, she young and that's what she want to do. This might be the only equipment she got, so hey, we not gonna knock her. So I ended up,
And the fact that you mentioned like you had no fear is awesome,
yeah,
because
I'm like,
a lot of like, y'all are young people and adults. They, if they ain't got it all right and together,
right.
they not confident in what they're doing. But you was like, I'm
I
gifted.
was
I'm
like,
ready to go
let's
right
do
out
it.
here and show y'all what
I
I
was a
can
little
do.
skeptical though. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like I was like, how? What if they know? And they're like, they're not gonna know. Like trust me. And I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna do it. Like I'm just gonna be me and just act like I'm really out here cutting it up. And it worked. Like people really. And then people actually started asking for business cards and stuff and flyers too. So I remember like mid gig. My mom ran to Kinko's, printed some stuff out, and then came back. She was like, "Oh yeah, she got a business card. She got." So then she started passing the flyers
Go,
out.
mom.
They were, yeah, my mom is a superwoman. Okay, let me tell you. And she was like, they were like, "Oh my god, thank you!" And they took the flyers and the cards and stuff. And she even bought like a poster. I'm like, where is? I was just like, where is she getting all this from? Like, and she put it up behind me, so it looked real cool. And they saw the DJ name, and they were like, "Okay, okay, cool." So then people ended up starting to follow um my mom on Facebook. But I didn't have an Instagram or anything at the time. My mom was like, "No, you're too young. Like,
Uh-huh.
wait." So they just started following her on Facebook, and since then I've been consistently having gigs since. But I feel like it started to really pick up for me having business started to really pick up. I feel like it was around like when I was 13.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 13, 12. Because it was just like, my mom was like, okay, well, and I had a one standing gig. I see my brain is just like everywhere. I'm trying to
You're
remember
too
the date.
young to have brain memory. Stop saying- You said 17. Don't be talking about my brain. Okay.
So I had a standing gig at this kind of like painting with a twist type of business. It was black on. I can't remember the name of it, but not only did they have like painting with the twist at the top for like parents and stuff, but they ended up having like a huge jungle gym for the kids. And I can't remember what it was off of. I think it was off Illinois,
Okay.
and I was kind of on the west side of Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was DJing like every Saturday or every Friday, and they wanted me for like they had me there for like 2 months or 3 months, and that was when I started to get really consistent with DJing, and I was like, so this what a job feel like, and they're like, no, 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 don't look at it like that, like this is your passion, and so I just loved it. I was like, well, I'm getting a consistent amount of money. Like that's when I started to really feel. I was like, wow, like this is what I can do, and this is what I receive in return. So
Right.
that, and then that gig, that standing gig, also taught me. I don't have it anymore because I was so young, but that standing gig also taught me to learn how to project myself and show my personality and be more animated because I didn't know how to do that. I didn't know how to get on the mic. I was like, I'm good behind the decks. Like I started getting I'm like, I'm good. Like they like my music, period. My mom's like, no, like you need to get on the mic, say your name,
Crowd engaged.
right,
It's
say
like, yeah.
something. And like I've always been like outgoing kid with a big personality, but I just didn't know how to channel that into like something that I look towards as my baby because I'm like, this is my craft. Like, what would happen if someone made comments or anything? They're like, you can't worry about that. You just gotta be yourself. So my family for the most part has always been very encouraging on my journey when it comes to DJing. So I was like, okay, well, we're gonna ease into this engaging. I was like, oh, the mic up, but I did.
She
But
said,
I'm like, oh, because I was so scared. Like I remember my first time, and they're like, "Go ahead, Zoe." My mom had she had like a get together type of party every year. It was like her little harvest thing. She did it every fall for sickle cell awareness, and she did it in the name of our grandmother. She had passed away due to complications of sickle cell, and
okay.
so me, my brother, and my mother have the trait, but we were really involved within that community, and so we had always invited friends and family to come out and just hang out with us. We play music, or I think she would hire a DJ, and we'd have food, and we just all come together in unison and harmony. And so one year I DJ because they were like, "Okay, well you an upcoming DJ now. You need to get up out there." I'm like, I'm just like, okay. And mom was like, "Okay, well this gig you're gonna have to get on the mic." And I'm like, "Who? Her?"
You. She said, you.
Like, no, you. And I'm like, okay, yeah, okay. So
But at least it started with around people who you knew loved you
right,
and
we're
supported
supportive
you.
and loving.
Right.
Right. So
So
I
that
did
was
that.
awesome.
Yes. And I did that. And I mean, like, I think four of my aunties were there because everybody was like up toward, it was actually at the same place I started and had my standing gig. A lot of the family members are upstairs at the painting with the twist type of thing.
Hmm.
And not a lot of our family members got there or friends got there yet. So, like, literally, it was only like five people that were like roaming in the area where I was DJing.
Hmm.
So they had their cameras out and they were like, "Oh my god, go ahead!" And I'm like, "Oh no!" But I got the mic and I turned down the music. They were like, "Turn down the music, we can't hear you." And I'm like, "Okay, great. Like at least like I thought I could hide behind the music, but y'all want me to kill the music?" And
You gotta kill the music.
I'm
Yeah.
like, "Okay." So I said hi. I don't remember what I said, but I said hi. I think I said like my name is DJ Z Light. Thank y'all for coming out. Let's have fun or something. And they were like, "Yay, good job!"
And how old? The reminders. You said 12.
I think I was 12 around that time.
That is awesome. Now it's awesome to me on so many levels. One, because it sounds to me like this is truly a passion you have for the music, and to be so young to connect to something that resonates with you, that actually is like a lucrative business now, where you can do this and still do like all of these other little passions you might have or what you might pursue, is amazing because a lot of people don't even find out a passion or purpose
Yes, for
until
sure.
later in life, you
And I
know.
get that a lot. They'll be like, "Well, girl, what you want to do when you grow up?" I'm like, "This is what I'm doing. I'm growing up. I'm about to be grown now. I'm about to be 18 soon. Like, this is what I want to do." Like, and they're like, "Oh, wow, you're right. You know, you can really take this on. You could do this." And now I'm starting to get like different comments where they're like, "Well, regardless if you going in the direction of college or not, you have such a solid platform and you have such a solid following that if you wanted to take this and just go deeper, you can and you would." So
Yeah,
I'm like, yeah, this is
that's
my career.
awesome.
Thank you.
Now, where did the DJ name come from? Please tell me that.
Okay. All right. So here we go. So when I was in second grade, this was when okay, so I had two of my teachers. So Miss Dudley and Mr. Lemons. And he was a co-teacher. He was new. So he was kind of like a little substitute sub-in teacher. He was new and hired in from Detroit Public School. So I went to where did I go? Chrysler Elementary off of Lafayette. I'm like, hold on now, I got it.
She said, "Where
My
did I
brain not
go?"
gone. I'm gone. But I went to Chrysler Elementary. It's off of Lafayette downtown, and we came in one day and they were like, creative writing, let's do creative writing. Because usually in that class, we did a lot of, we learned how to do calligraphy, we learned how to do writing in cursive. And I'm surprised they don't do that now. Like, I had it where she had put up the old school projector. She did the transparent see through paper. She put it over the line paper. She'd write in the words and stuff. And I loved cursive. Like I can still know how to write cursive to this day. But it's crazy how some people don't. But I'm getting there.
Yes, I know.
But yeah. So that day she was like, okay, we're gonna do creative writing. So write whatever you want to write about. So at the time, I just had a beautiful, big imagination. I mean, I still do now. But I was just like, okay, I'm gonna come up with a superhero name. Like, what's it gonna be? And so I was like, okay, it has to be related to me because I'm the superhero. Basically, I don't want to make up a superhero about anybody else but me. I was like, okay, first name, my initial. Okay. My name is Zoe, so I'm gonna go with Z. Okay, that's cool. And then the full name was Lightning, so it was like Z Lightning. And so supposedly my character was supposed to be, if you're familiar with like Marvel, some of the Marvel characters, Storm. I was like, okay, I love Storm, period. And I like Thor too. So I was like, okay, this is the child of like Storm and Thor. And she got all these different powers related to like the weather and like thunder and lightning and control the weather and different things. So that's what it ended up being called. And then I was like, DJ name. I got older and I was like, okay, I'm DJing now. And they were like, what's your DJ name gonna be? I was like, well, it can't be DJ. So I was like, that's not happening. Like I gotta come up with something creative. And I was like, okay, wait. Well, my superhero name is Z Lightning. So okay, DJ Z Lightning's a little too long, so we're gonna cut it short and it's gonna be DJ Z Light, and that's how it's gonna go. So that's where I got it from.
Oh my God. Now, see, I'm going to tell you because I work with entrepreneurs, and majority of them, when I work with, are adults. You are like so far. You're talking about when you started, you were like young, and you coming up with all of these things as a child. God, I'm telling you, I have people in the chat. Welcome. We have Barbara Big saying, "Good evening." That's my mom. Hi, mom. We have Nikki from Georgia Chic, the health box is in saying hi, and then you're getting like applause. My goodness, yes, they are so well deserved. You talking to a story of creativity and how you
Yes.
come up with a name. I'm telling you, I have people right now. I'm like, that name is taken already. I mean, uh, and it happens quite frequently.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
for you to just take something and be so creative about it, of course. And I am a superhero fanatic. So
Okay.
yes, that's why I was clapping.
Okay.
I have said if I'm gonna go gray, please let me go gray with this white strip of gray, like just
Right.
in
It's
front of my head.
beautiful, dramatic, stands out. It's
I'll be
elegant.
like just like Storm with that one gray streak. I
That's
just
it.
love it. So I want to give the viewers um a couple things before I go to that part. We are in a point on the show where I do share how I met my guests.
Okay.
Now, I need for you guys to see this part. Did it freeze? Okay, it froze. Okay. I'm like, did it freeze? Okay. So does this look familiar?
Yes, ma'am.
So this is DJ Z Light. As you can see, the sign in the front. It's a little bit small. I know you guys watching it online, but this was in Detroit at 313 and was the first time we actually met. And I'm telling you, she had the place rocking with what she was doing. And look at
Thank
how
you.
serious she is now. I mean, she was talking about her beginnings of not having things, but you can see that's changed now. So I mean, she's down there with her hands just like mixing and pulling things and pushing things, and I just was like, look at her go. And I wouldn't have known at all that you were a youthpreneur at all. I
I
mean,
did that a lot. Like even when I was younger, I'm not gonna say I'm saying this like I'm like old.
like,
I don't and I'm an old soul, so don't mind me, but um when I was younger, I'd be like 13 or 14. They'd be like, so people would come in, I pack up, I mean, I bring my stuff in, equipment in, I'm packing in, plugging in everything, I get started. And they're like, okay, so how old are you? Aren't you, you're like a senior now, about to be in college. I'm like, no, I haven't even started high school yet. What are you guys talking about? Like, what are you guys talking? And they're like, no, because you're doing something that typically adults do, and if there are kids that do it, there it's very rare. Like we don't see a lot of up and coming kidpreneurs DJing. Like we don't. That's unheard of. We don't see that. And so it was either that or female DJs. We don't see a lot of lady DJs out here.
yeah,
Well, okay, that's cool. Like we're glad that there's representation for women with DJing because it's so within the music industry, it's predominantly a male industry and everything. So they were like, wow, like we like this. So people assume like they were like, okay, you got to be in college, you got to be it's your senior year, high school, maybe junior, and I'm like, no, I'm a kid. Like, what do you guys think about? But yeah, I've always gotten that. So now they're like, okay, you're grown. I'm like, no, still not grown.
they're
Like,
not
still a
grown.
kid. Still a kid.
But that's it, and it speaks volumes because it shows one that you're dedicated to your craft. I saw that with you even saying that you took courses about it. I mean, there's adults that want to get into different arenas,
Yeah.
but yet they don't necessarily take additional classes
Right.
to make their skills even sharper, and I love the fact that you are really dedicated to your craft
Thank you.
and the way you carried yourself. Even when you spoke, when we kind of talked briefly, it was just like, again, how I found out is my friend Gail, who
Gail
she
is
told
just
me.
so great. Like, I love her energy. Like,
Yeah,
hands down.
isn't she like awesome? But
She's
so she
amazing.
was like, she's young, right? I was like, she's a teenage. I said, no, she's not. She's like, yes, she is. So it's just awesome that I really am excited to have you, and I'm just excited for how this conversation can actually help impact the lives of other young women, especially in a male dominated industry.
Yes.
As you mentioned, there are very few female DJs. So
Yes.
kudos to you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Now, what I want the viewers to get a gift, because you mentioned your mom's business,
Yes.
and I had it on my notes here. And you can say whatever you want to say to inspire someone.
Okay.
But do you mind saying it in Japanese?
Okay. Let me think. Let's see. Let's see. All right. Okay. Let's see. And it's my second language too, so it's like it's so many different things I could say. Um, what's something I want to say? Okay, it's something sweet, short and sweet. Okay, so gambarimasu, gambarimasu. Uh, what else could I say? And gambarimasu means just like good job, like continue to keep going. In some
Okay,
translations, but you got this. Keep going.
I love it.
Gambarimasu. Yes.
So, you guys, you don't see that often, I'm sure, that you have a beautiful black woman speaking in Japanese. I know that doesn't happen that often. And one of the things as an adult I have always wanted to do or to have the capability of doing. It's like when you're around other people or other nationalities, they start speaking, their
Right. Your native English.
language, to be like knowing what they saying and then say something back to them. Because I
Right.
have you
Right.
have you been in that situation yet?
Yeah, that's when you say that. So, but with the nail, because me and my mom get our nails done. Like I got our nails done now. We went to a black owned spot, but when I was younger, we just used to go to different like nail shops, and of course the women would be Vietnamese or like Chinese or Mandarin. So it'd be like they talk, and we'd be like, "What are they saying?" So we wouldn't even know what they're saying, but we'd be like, "Okay, we're gonna put a little twist on it. We're gonna." My mom's like, "We're gonna start speaking in Japanese," and they're gonna be confused. And I'm like, "Mom, what? What are we doing here? Like, I'm just trying to get my feet done." Like, and she was like, "Come on, let's just talk." So we ended up just talk. We just talking Japanese, and the woman would be looking crazy. They'd be like, "Huh? What they saying?" We like, my mom like, "Yeah, like that's how we feel. Like, yeah, what y'all talking about? What y'all
I
talking
love it. I love it. Oh my god. Yes, that is awesome.
about?"
That is so awesome. So, I asked this question to people, and I don't want to put like an age thing on it, because as I was going to ask you, I'm thinking like, no, this will work. This will work. I I I know life is always, coming at you, and a whole lot of things go on. So I asked this question: what do you do to keep yourself encouraged to continue on in your purpose?
I think for me, with anybody, in life, you have different trials and tribulations. You have different roadblocks. So when I do go through certain roadblocks, I don't know. My mind has just always been on the future. I'm like, okay, I really want this car. I really want to save up for my potential, um, house or apartment or condo, or just like I'm ready to travel the world and tour around and DJ. I'm like, okay, if I
Mm,
want to do this and this is something that I really want to do and I'm set on my heart to do so, I just got to keep going. So sometimes I'll be downstairs, I'm in the basement now, and I got my equipment set up and everything. Sometimes I'll be like, I don't know if I should. Like I'll try to do a routine and then I'll mess up and I'll be like, dang, like come on. But I gotta also remember I gotta remind myself and do my affirmations like you are human.
yes.
You are human. You gotta slow down. Cause I'm some person where I'll keep going and going and going and going. And they're like, what's wrong with you? Like, why did the music stop? What's happening? You on the mic here? You stopping there? And I'm like, I'm just trying to focus. Like, and I think for me, especially within my generation, there's a lot of different things that we do. And within every generation, they have their different flaws and different things and coping mechanisms that they go to. But I feel like a lot for at least my generation is social media. And so it's a lot of comparing. I've had this conversation several times within the last like 2 months. And we're just talking, we'll be like, a lot of us always, all we do is compare ourselves to people's final product. Because when you check on social media and you look, and this person got the beautiful house with the beautiful car and however many figure job or, whatever you're doing to make the living for yourself, you see that and you're like, wow, like I want that. I want the money. I want this. I want that. And it's just like, it's coming. And I keep reminding me and my friends, like, we just gotta understand that we're still kids. And that there's kids out here in my age, maybe a little younger and maybe a little older, that's like really busting their button trying to grind. Some people use the word grind, I use attract. So trying to attract their blessings and different
Mm-hmm.
things and bring it to their lives because they really want to be rich or wealthy by 20. Like that's their goal. Rich or wealthy by 25. I gotta have this, I gotta have that, I gotta have this. And it's just like, no, you don't.
You know,
There are
you
people out here that are beautifully fine, amazing, and they don't have the six-figure job or the Bugatti or $100 billion house, and they're fine, and they're still working on themselves, and they're still working towards their goals, and still trying to bring things into fruition.
And
So,
I never thought about that from that perspective. I'm really enjoying this conversation. I never thought about that. I know social media has a impact, of course, that it
it
never
does.
had on me or people in my generation, because we didn't have it.
Bro, you didn't have. That's not something you was worried about. You was like,
Yeah, all we was worried about is, not showing up at school with the same, outfit on, or,
Right,
or something,
right,
playing on the playground, having a
right,
fight or so, So to imagine all of these things, how you comparing constantly coming at you, I can
right.
see how that can be something.
And it's like the access or like the resources, and they'll be like, "Oh my god, this kid got on $1,000 Balenciaga shoes on." It's like, dude,
And
we
see,
we're
I
all
don't even know
kids.
what I
When are
don't
you
even
gonna
know
get
that
it?
brand. What,
Right.
what you say? What kind of
It's
shoe?
called it's called Balenciaga.
I have no idea what you even referring to. I'm telling
It's
you.
a new little designer brand out.
I'm telling you, I always say
All the
the
guys
best
got
thing
it.
to do is be your own brand. Because
Right.
see, the thing is, it's not about what that clothes is. It's all go, deteriorate and wear out
Right. And
the
it's
same
trendy.
way. It's
Right.
once it touches me, it becomes special. It's how
Right.
I feel. So I tell everybody that don't even worry about that. If you really just want to put something on, and I'm telling you, a lot of stuff people are just written because you got sites to rent. And they on social media taking a picture, or they driving through a neighborhood and taking a
Yes.
picture like,
And it's
hey,
so crazy too. Like, that's funny you say that. These designer brands, it literally costs like under $200 to make those pieces, and they charging you top dollar for a $20 shoe, a $15 shoe,
yes,
a $100 shoe, and it's like
yes,
it's so crazy, like how much like the economy affects people and inflammation
it's
and all
it's
these
so
different things.
crazy.
It
It is so
is.
crazy.
And I'm like, it's going up. I'm hearing about gas prices. I'm starting to drive now. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I can see. Like, oh yeah, this is not it's not pretty. Like, what be going on here? And I remember being younger, and like driving with my grandmother in the car. I'd be in the back seat just doing my thing. And she'll be driving. She got like Kim on in the background. And she'll be like, she'll drive by. We'll be on the like east side of Detroit. She driving by. She's like, $4 for gas. No. She's like, yeah, I'm gonna have to go down a little further. I know some of these gas stations, but I stay mine. I'm like, yeah, I'm like, me too. I don't know no fucking about it.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, $4. That's crazy. And then I
And
was seeing it like that's $4 now. Like my grandmother probably would have like flipped. Like now she'd probably been like, oh no, I'm not driving because like $4 for gas. No,
it,
no,
it puts life into perspective in a lot of ways. But I do appreciate people who have goals and they want to achieve them. But just know life is so much more than actual material things. And
it
what it
is.
sounds like is that you are definitely have a level head, and you are recognizing that when you work diligently and seek in your purpose, that all of those things do come. And
It do.
so I always be like, you chase after your dreams, you chase after making impact, you chase after making change for community, and all of the financial piece is
That
what
will come.
comes as a
That will come.
result from that.
Yeah.
So as we wind down, because really we only have a couple minutes left, can you believe it?
Yeah.
This has been awesome. And I'm like, okay, one thing that happened behind the scenes, people, is we talked about her being a mentor. And so I'm excited to pair her up with someone, one of
I
the
can't wait.
students
I can't wait. I can't wait.
that went through this year's entrepreneurship camp. So yes, I can't wait to make that connection,
I would love
guys.
to. I'm
And
telling you, anytime I see a DJ out, I don't care. And I tell this quick story too.
okay,
Anytime I see a DJ out, if my mom with me, I'm like, oh, ma, I gotta go see her. I gotta meet her. Or I'll be with my friends. I'll be like, hold on, girl. Like, hold on, dude. I'll be right back. And I'll just go meet them. I'll talk to them like, hey, what's your name? My name, da 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 da. What's your Instagram? You got an Instagram? You got a business card? Let's connect. And people will be like, they'll be looking at me crazy, like, oh, she's serious. Yes, I would love to connect, especially with other black and brown people, people of color. I don't care who you are, what your name is, your gender. I don't care. I would be just so happy to connect with other people. And so, going into my story, it's gonna be real quick. So, 2 weeks ago, right? Um, I met this DJ. So I currently go to this school called Oakland Early College. I just transferred from Cass my end of sophomore year going to my junior year. So I'm a senior now. And so Oakland Early College basic summary is that it's basically like a dual enrollment school, heavily based dual enrollment school. So I go to school on the campus of the Oakland Community College campus in Farmington Hills. All right. Yep. And so they had their OCC, Oakland Community College, had their like week college kid kickback, And so me and my friends came because of course we're part of OCC's community because we take the college courses there. And so there was a DJ there. His name was DJ Jules. And I was like, okay, I'll hear the music. I'm like, where is this coming from? I like this. And so I walk out to the patio and I see him. I'm like, okay, it's a brother, it's a king. Let's go. Like, okay, let me go talk to him. So I'm like, hold on, guys, I gotta go. Say, they're like, really? You gonna do this again? I'm like, yes, I gotta go. They're like, Zoe, you're so outgoing. Like, why, girl? Just sit down. I'm like, no, I gotta go say hi. So I go run over, say hi. I'm like, hey, how you doing? We exchange information. And so come to find out, he ended up being the main DJ for Castex this past Saturday's Castex homecoming. And
Okay.
so I really want to go to the homecoming. I wasn't really able to because they run out all the guest passes. I'm like, come on, like the year is senior year. I'm really trying to see my people. I haven't seen my people in 2 years, 3 years. It's time. Like it's been the pandemic, whatever.
Right.
So, a few of my family members, they had actually knew him and was like, "Hey," my mom reached out to her friends and family members, and she was just like, "Hey, if anyway, can we get in contact with the DJ? I want to make this happen for Zoe because all she does is DJ. All she does is her passion, her passion, her passion. So anything on her mind, that's the only thing on her mind. And I really wanted to go to the homecoming, but I was just like, I gave up. I was just like, you know what? Whatever happens, happens. If the homecoming not for me, it's okay. I'll see my friends maybe at prom or something or whatever. And so she made it happen. She was like, hey, I got in contact with a DJ. Guess what DJ is? I was like, who? She was like, I guess this guy named DJ Jules. He did the Castex 92 year 92. They had their this past, I think it was like their 30th year anniversary / reunion. And so my
Okay.
mom, she went to Cass, so I was legacy when I went. And so he did their like the 90s shoe throwback kickback party. And so that was crazy. She was like, "Oh wow, okay, I seen him actually like a few weeks ago at the reunion. Okay, that's crazy." And so she was like, "Okay, it's this guy," and I was like, "Oh my god, I just met him, literally less than a week ago." And she was like, "Really?" And I was like, "Yeah, like okay." So she was like, "Reach out to him and see what you could do." So I reached out to him. He was like, "Okay, yeah, come along, let's do this. I'll have you as the opening DJ. I've heard so much about you through your family and friends. Let's do it." So I ended up DJing this past Saturday's casting homecoming.
Awesome.
I did the like the first hour and a half or hour, and it was amazing. I loved it. My friends was like, "Oh my god, my friend, she DJing like the open house." And I was like, "Yes, like period." And I was posting on my Instagram and stuff, and it was just so fun. Just not only have my peers see me DJing and see like how long it took and what I really brought into fruition, but just like my whole craft and the whole nine. I didn't get a chance to project and engage, but I was just blessed and excited for the opportunity to do it. So I was like, you know what, forget it. I'm gonna do this
That's
mix. I'm gonna
awesome.
blend, and they gonna like this. So I ended up doing it, and then the rest of the night I just hung out with friends and stuff, and it was just so great.
That
So
sounds amazing. That
thank
sounds
you.
awesome. OMG. I love it. Now, one question I do ask everyone as we winding down. Oh, so there's going to be two things. I
Okay.
want to know first, you have to tell people how they can get in contact with
Okay.
you. And then, second, I ask what book is currently on your nightstand
Okay.
that you've recently read or would highly recommend reading. So, first, how can they connect with you?
Okay. How can they connect with me? Okay, so Instagram, that's my main right now. You can follow me at Zlight, so ZLIGHT _ at Zlight, and
And
that's
then
how
and
you
that's
can.
how if they wanted to book you, they would go
Oh
there.
yeah, I have business cards and stuff, but it's like virtual. So let me. I mean, I could like put up the QR code too. Let me see. Let me see what I can do.
But if they go to Instagram, would they get the information on how
They
to?
would. They would get the information.
Okay, okay. So that's how you would connect. Follow her on Instagram and reach out to her. You can send her a DM through Instagram and give them that Instagram page
One more
again.
time. Okay. Zlight, so ZLIGHT. One more T and then an underscore. And that's
Okay,
me. That's where
awesome,
you'll find me.
awesome, awesome. Okay, so what book is on your
Oh Lord.
nightstand
Oh my
or
god.
that you've recently read or highly recommend reading?
Oh, okay, hold on. Okay, because I was like, I'm the type of person where like I'll stop reading one book and then I'll go to the next and then I'll go back. And it's just I like reading so much. I haven't been able to read more recently, but let's see, something that I would probably recommend is this book. I bought it like last year around this time, but it took me so long to read it because there was just so many different things going on in my schedule. But it's called what is it? All is it all the stars? Is it? Let me think. All I think it's all the stars between us or between or us between the stars. One of the two, I think. Trying to let me look. Let me double check before I say this, and y'all like, I'm looking it up. It's not there. What's happening? Let me let me go. Let me double check. Okay. Let me see. All the stars between this. Let me double check. Okay. And it's a black. It's the lady that wrote it. She's black. I think it's the
Okay.
stars. I don't know. Here we go. Here we go. Yeah. The stars and the blackness between them. That's what it's called.
The
Oh my
stars
god.
and the
The stars
blackness
and the
between
blackness
them.
between them.
Okay. I'm gonna have to check this out. Now I'm going to read just the final comments that came in. It says, "Praise God. What a gift she has," meaning you. What a gift you have with a beautiful smile and
Oh,
smiley faces with hearts. Oh, yes, she definitely has a beautiful smile.
thank
So I
you.
thank you so much, Zoe
Of course.
DJ Z Light, for
Yes,
being
ma'am.
on here tonight. And I thank you guys for joining. Now get excited because next week we're going to have another amazing conversation where Mr. Aaron McGyver is going to be joining us. So make sure you get ready and mark your calendars for that conversation. And if you have not already done so, make sure you go to our YouTube channel, Deals
Oh,
with
that's right.
Bob, and subscribe. And while you're there, click that notification bell so you would get notified every time that we go live. Remember, you being a subscriber is free. There's no charge. What you're saying is you're committed to the platform we have where we give a voice to the many amazing Bobs out there that are doing amazing things within our community, just like DJ Z Light is doing, bringing the music and making people dance and happy at their events. So I am going to say that this has been a wonderful conversation. I would love to open it and have it back, especially after I pair you up and we see how that
I'm
goes with
ready.
this
I'm
amazing
ready.
young lady. And
This
just
is
to,
amazing. I love it.
yeah,
I love
yeah.
the production too. Like you do a very excellent, excellent job. Like I love the
Oh,
production.
wow. Thank you so much. I
You're
appreciate,
welcome.
I
You're
truly
welcome.
appreciate that feedback.
You're welcome.
And so, guys, again, you make us possible. So, thank you for tuning in. As always, I am Sonia Weaver, and I encourage you to spend with purpose because your dollar does matter. And deal with Bob. Have a great night. See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.